Hello friends, good morning and welcome to this new class. So long we are talking about geography. Now we shall have a little change. Shall go back to economics again. Shall take lesson number 3, economics. It is about money and credit. I'm sure you're all sure what is the meaning of money. The cash that we have, that is money. And credit means, what is credit? Getting loan, taking loan from others, from the banks and so on. That is called credit. So olden times, before these currency notes were introduced, olden times you must have heard about barter system, that people have only things, no money. A farmer will have rice, a carpenter will have furniture, a poultry farmer will have chickens, and a cowman will have cow and milk and so on. So if you want to buy a chicken and you have only rice, you have to go and give him rice and get chicken from him. Suppose he says, I don't need rice, I want potato. Then you cannot buy from him because you don't have potato to give him. So you have to find out a person who has got the thing that you want. Then he also wants the same thing that you have. So there should be mutual exchange will be possible. Otherwise, this barter system will not be successful. So people were affected so much because of this lack of problem, lack of mutual needs. And suppose I have a goat, I can say a sheep, and I want a buffalo. Another person, how will I exchange? If I give one sheep and take one buffalo from him, there's so much of difference. Buffalo is so big and sheep is so small. How to exchange? He will lose and I will gain. So that kind of problems were there. Okay, let us see about what is given in the text. So we can take page number 39, lesson number 3. Money as medium of exchange. So how money was introduced as a medium of exchange. So the use of money spans a very large part of our everyday life. So every day of our life we need to use money, we need to exchange money and so on. Without money we cannot think about buying anything. Look around you and you would easily be able to identify several transactions involving money in a single day. Can you make a list of this? And in many of these transactions, goods are being bought and sold with the use of money. In some of these transactions, services are being exchanged with money. For some, there might not be any actual transfer of money taking place now, but a promise to pay money later. So, there are so many examples you can say in your daily life that you use money. Maybe if you are going to the shop to buy sweet, you have to pay money. Or if you are buying some other Coca-Cola, you have to pay money. Or if you are going to buy rice, you have to pay money. Whatever you want to buy from the shop, you have to pay money. Then not only goods or things that we can buy for money, we can also get service for money. Can you say one example? You can have to pay for service. For example, you are going by tempo, taxi, you are going to all Ziro, and you have to pay money to the driver. So what did driver give you? Did you buy something? You did not buy anything. You are getting a service from him. He is providing you a service to carry you in his vehicle and reaching you to your destination. So you have to pay some. That is, you are paying for the service. Then some cases you want to buy something but you don't have money and water. So you will tell that person, give me the thing now and I will pay you after 2 days. So that is payment you are not making now but you are paying later. You are making a promise, after 2 days I will pay. So that is also possible. So this kind of many transactions are taking place in our life, in our daily life. And have you ever wondered why transactions are made in money? The reason is simple. A person holding money can easily exchange it for any commodity or service that he or she might want. That everyone prefers to receive payments in money and then exchange the money for things that they want. So now everybody is using money transaction. What is the advantage of money? That is, with money we can buy anything. With barter system we cannot buy anything. We buy, exchange something, that person needs that only he will take. And the thing that I need may not be in that person. I have to search for that person. So a lot of difficulties are there. But if I have money, I just go to the shop and there are many things are available. I choose and buy and I pay exact amount. I don't pay too much, I don't pay less, I pay exact amount. And that person can use that money to buy something which he needs, which is not available in his shop. He may have to go to some other shop and buy. Or he may have to go to hospital, he can buy medicine. So with money we can buy anything. Nobody will say I will not accept money. Everybody will accept money because it is guaranteed by the central government. If you take and look a currency note, you will see guaranteed by Central Bank of India or Reserve Bank of India, it is written there. That means by central government. So take the case of a shoe manufacturer. He wants to sell shoes in the market and buy wheat. And the shoe manufacturer will first exchange shoes that he has produced for money and then exchange the money for wheat. Imagine how much more difficult it would be if the shoe manufacturer had to directly exchange shoes for wheat without the use of money. So suppose a person is making shoes. So after making his shoes, he will go to the shop or he will go to the market and he will sell his shoes to the shopkeeper. Then the shopkeeper will give him the money. And with that money, he can go to another shop where wheat is sold. He can buy wheat after giving that money. So he doesn't need to give all the money according to the value of that wheat. How much you are buying. If you are buying 1 kg, pay for 1 kg. 2 kg means pay for 2 kg. So you have advantage because of this money. You can pay the exact price. Suppose this money is not there, what he has to do? It will be such a troublesome for him. He wants to buy wheat and he has got only shoes in his hand. So he has to go and find out a farmer who is ready to sell wheat at the same time ready to buy his shoes. Otherwise his exchange is not possible. So that would be a very difficult situation. He would have to look for a wheat growing farmer who not only wants to sell wheat but also wants to buy the shoes in exchange. That is, both parties have to agree to sell and buy each other's commodities. So in the barter system, both parties have to agree to sell and buy each other's product. So there should be understanding between each of them. I will sell my shoes and you will buy my shoes. And you will sell your wheat and I will buy your wheat. So there should be mutual understanding, mutual agreement. Then only it is possible. You can also see some people sitting there. What are they saying? Just read and see. One fellow says, I will give you shoes for your wheat. But the wheat farmer says, I don't need shoes, I need clothes. And I want shoes, but I don't have wheat. And the cloth farmer says, I want buy shoes, but I don't have wheat to give you. I don't have the wheat. So different people, they have got different things and they need different things. And therefore barter exchange was really a tough thing. It was very difficult. But after finding or after introduction of the money for exchange, then things became very easy. So this is known as double coincidence of ones. You can underline. What is known as double coincidence of ones? Can you say what is double coincidence of ones? That is, both parties have to agree to sell and buy each other's product. That is called double coincidence of ones. So both of them need the things what other fellow has got. That is called double coincidence of ones. What a person decides to sell is exactly what other wishes to buy. In a barter system where goods are directly exchanged without the use of money, double coincidence of ones is an essential feature. So you can underline that also. In a barter system, double coincidence of ones is an essential feature. Or they will ask, in a barter system, dash is an essential feature. What is that? It is double coincidence of ones. Then, in contrast, in an economy where money is in use, money by providing the crucial alternate steps eliminates the need for double coincidence of ones. So once we start introducing money or using money, then that double coincidence of ones is no more. It is not required anymore, because I give money and with that money he can go and buy whatever he wants. So there is no need of double coincidence of ones. So the introduction of money, it helped the people so much to solve their problems and really relieved them of lot of difficulties. And it is no longer necessary for the shoe manufacturer to look for a farmer who will buy his shoes and at the same time sell him wheat. And all he has to do is find a buyer for his shoes. Once he has exchanged his shoes for money, he can purchase wheat or any other commodity in the market. So we already said that a person who has got shoes, he has to go and sell in the market his shoes. Somebody will buy his shoes, and with that money he can buy wheat or whatever he wants he can buy. Since money acts as an intermediate in the exchange process, it is called medium of exchange. So money is known as medium of exchange. We can buy anything, then exchange money with that. So money acts as a medium of exchange. So that is just introduction, that money reduces all the trouble, reduces all the hardships of the people that is created because of the barter system. So now money is there and the exchange becomes very easy, and money itself is a medium of exchange. Now let's see what are the modern forms of money. So modern forms of money. So we have seen that money is something that can act as a medium of exchange in transactions. So same thing we say again, money is something that we can act as a medium of exchange in transaction. Transaction means doing business, selling, buying, all that. Before the introduction of coins, a variety of objects was used as money. For example, since the very early ages, Indians used grains and cattle as money. Thereafter came the use of metallic coins, gold, silver, copper coins, a phase which continued well into the last century. So once this money is introduced, it was not currency or the coin that we have at the present time. So in India, we were using different things. In the beginning, they were using grain as a money, 1 grain, 2 grains, 3 grains, and so on. Afterwards, it was used cattle. If you want to buy something, they'll say give 1 cattle, or 2 cattle, or 3 cattle. So sometimes it became very expensive because we cannot give 1.5 cattle. No, we cannot cut and give the cattle. After 1, 2 cattle, 3 cattle, and so on. So 1.5 cattle, 2.5 cattle, that is not possible. Therefore, the person who sells or gives, exchanges cows or cattle, they were losing. So afterwards, people found out more important things like metallic coins. So sometimes it was gold coins, then they started silver coins, then copper coins, and so on. So different metals were used for making coins. You can see some of the coins that was used in different era or different seasons. So the early pawned market coins may be 2500 years old. These are 2500 years old coins. Then Gupta coins, when Gupta period, when the Guptas were ruling India, they were introducing this type of coins. Then Taklak coin, another ruler, Taklak, when he was ruling, he introduced this coin. Then the gold mohur from Akbar's reign, when Akbar was ruling India, he introduced this coin. So you can see different types of coins, different shapes of coins, and so on. So afterwards, the currency gave. Let's see what is the advantage of having currency. Modern forms of money include currency, paper notes, and coins. So here in this modern age, we have currency. What kind of currency we have? We have currency made with paper and currency made with coins. We have these two types of currencies. And unlike the things that were used as money earlier, modern currency is not made of precious metals such as gold, silver, and copper. So olden times they were using gold, silver, copper, and so the metals are very costly, and the money may not be that value as well. Maybe 10 rupees coin if you take, it may be having very costly gold coin. So gold is more costly than the value of the coin. Therefore, slowly they stop all that. And unlike grain and cattle, they are neither of everyday use. The modern currency is without any use of its own. So, then why is it accepted as a medium of exchange? It is accepted as a medium of exchange because the currency is authorized by the government of the country. So, this money, the coin that we use, it is becoming useful, or it is accepted by the shopkeepers and others because it is authorized. It is guaranteed by the government, the central government, the government of India. So nobody can say this money I will not take. If it is a fake note, then they will deny it. If it is a good note, true note, then nobody can say I will not take this one because it is guaranteed by the central government, and that is enough. And in India, Reserve Bank of India issues currency notes on behalf of the central government. So in India, which bank is in charge of printing currency notes? It is the Reserve Bank of India. You can underline. Reserve Bank of India issues currency notes on behalf of the central government. As per Indian law, no other individual or organization is allowed to issue currency. So in India, nobody else is allowed to print currency. If it is others are printing, then they will be arrested and put in jail. Then, moreover, the law legalizes the use of rupee as a medium of payment that cannot be refused in settling transactions in India. So, the law is allowing, the law is empowering every citizen of India to use this money or currency as a medium of exchange. Nobody can refuse it. No individual in India can allegedly refuse the payment made in rupees. Hence, the rupee is widely accepted as a medium of exchange. So, nobody refuses, everybody is willing to take money as a medium of exchange, and therefore it becomes very easy and it becomes the most common medium of exchange. Then, if you have plenty money, what will you do? You will go and deposit in the bank, isn't it? So that is the next topic. Deposits with bank. So if you have plenty of money or if you have more money, no need to keep in your hand. You can put in the bank and you will be getting back more than what you give. So the other form in which people hold money is as deposits with bank. So you may be keeping money in your bank. You may not have money in your hand, but you will keep it in the bank. But it is your money. At a point of time, people need only some currency for their day-to-day needs. For instance, workers who receive their salaries at the end of each month have extra cash at the beginning of the month. What do people do with this extra cash? They deposit it with the banks by opening a bank account in their name. Banks accept the deposits and also pay an interest rate on the deposits. In this way, people's money is safe with the banks and it earns an interest. And people also have the provision to withdraw the money as and when they require. Since the deposits in the bank accounts can be withdrawn on demand, the deposits are also called demand deposits. You can underline. The money that we deposit in the bank are also called demand deposits. Why? Because when we have extra money in our hand, we can deposit in the bank, and when we are in need of money, we can take it back. So on our demand, they will give back the money. Because of that, it is known as demand deposits. So people, those who have extra money, keep it in the bank. I am sure you are all aware about the bank account. Every person can have account. You can have one or more accounts also, no problem. Not in the same bank, but in different bank you can have different accounts and deposit the money there, and they will pay you some interest also. And when you need the money, they will give back. They will not say today we don't have money, come tomorrow. Bank will never say that. Bank will always keep sufficient money in the bank. Because so many people are depositing and there will be enough money. Some money they will be giving loan to others, and always they will keep some money in the bank for giving to the people when they are demanding and so on. Then demand deposits offer another interesting facility. It is this facility which lends it the essential characteristics of money, that of a medium of exchange. You would have heard of payments being made by checks instead of cash. So another mode of payment is you can pay with check. That is possible if you have money in your account, if you have money in bank. Suppose you deposit money in SBI, 1 lakh rupees, and they will give you a book, a checkbook, and the checkbook page will look like this. So there they will give you a book having 10 pages, 20 pages, 50 pages, 100 pages. You can ask them and accordingly they will give you. Then you buy something from others, from the shop. You are buying your rice or your house, 10,000 rupees. And you will tell him, I will not give you cash, I will give you check. So in that checkbook you write the shopkeeper's name, from where you are buying, his name, and write the amount. Pay so and so the sum of 10,000 rupees. So you give that check to him, that paper to him with your seal, with your signature and so on. And that person can go to the bank and take that money from the bank. So you, instead of giving him money, you give the check. That also is another important means of transferring money, exchanging money. So that check also is as equal as money. So that is an easy way of transferring money. So you don't have to carry money always. You enough to carry this checkbook in your hand, and you can, whenever you go to the market, buy, you can give him the check and come away. He will go and collect it from the bank. Then, thus we see that demand deposits share the essential features of money. So the demand deposits are same as money, and the facility of checks against demand deposits makes it possible to directly settle payments without the use of cash. So since we have this check deposits, we can settle the cases, we can settle the transaction even without the use of cash. We don't need to touch cash with our hand. Can just give him the check. Since demand deposits are accepted widely as a means of payment along with currency, they constitute money in the modern economy. So having money in the bank is same as having money in your hand. That is equal to having money in the hand, and you will be able to make use of it, and you will be able to buy things with that, and you will be able to help. Maybe somebody is asking loan from you. Maybe your friend is asking, give me 5,000 rupees loan. So you write a check and give to him, and he will go to the bank and collect it. So you don't have to go to bank and take money then give to your friend. Instead, give him a check, he will go and collect it from the bank. So that is the advantage. You must remember the role that the banks play here. But for the banks, there would be no demand deposits and no payments by checks against these deposits. So, the banks will play a very important role. But you have to remember, for banks, there would be no demand deposits and no payments by checks against these deposits. So, when bank pay you money, they will not say, I will give you check. No. If you are going to the bank, then they will give you in cash. They will not give you check. So you can take that money and go home. Then the modern forms of money, that is currency and deposits, are closely linked to the working of the modern banking system. So this modern two systems, that is the currency that you have in your hand, the money that you have in your hand, and the bank deposit that you have in the bank, both are very closely connected with each other. It is same as having money in your hand, and having money in the bank is more safe. No thief will come and steal away, and your bank also will pay you some interest. If it is a saving account, then the bank will pay you some interest, and you will be able to get more than what you give. So that is the advantage of bank deposit or demand deposits. Then let us see few workouts are there. Mr. Salim wants to withdraw 20,000 in cash for making payments. How would he write a check to withdraw money? So we saw the check format, and you can see Mr. Salim wants to withdraw 20,000 cash for making payments. How would he write a check to withdraw money? So he is writing a check to take out money from his own account, not for giving to somebody else the check, but he will be. So he will write, instead of writing somebody else's name, he will write his own name, pay so and so, or pay myself. That means one who is carrying the check. So we can say pay the bearer of the check, or pay self. That is also possible. Pay self. That means the owner of this account pay this much 20,000 rupees. Then he has to write in words and also in number 20,000. Then put his signature at the end. Then bank will give him 20,000 rupees. Then tick the correct answer. After the transaction between Salim and Prem, Salim's balance in his bank account increases and Prem's balance increases. So is it correct? After the transaction is done, Salim's balance account increases. It will not increase, it will decrease, because he is already taking out 20,000 rupees. No? But Prem's balance will increase because he is taking out money and giving to Prem. Then Salim's balance in his bank account decreases and Prem's balance increases. That is correct. Salim's balance in his bank account increases and Prem's balance decreases. That is not correct. So correct one is second one. Salim's balance will decrease and Prem's balance will increase. So why are demand deposits considered as money? So what do you understand? We say having money in the bank is same as having cash in the hand. Why? Why so? What is the reason? Can you say what is the reason? Because anytime you need money, we can go and demand it from the bank and they will give you. Or you write a check and send it to the bank. Somebody can go and collect it. Or if somebody is, you are buying things from somebody, just give him the check and they will go and collect it. So whatever it is very easy nowadays to collect money from the bank. Anytime you demand, they will give you the money. So it is same as having cash in the hand. Plus it is more safer to have in the bank. So these are the advantages of having deposit money in the bank or having demand accounts. That is the advantage. So we shall stop today and we will continue in the next class again. So thank you for listening. Have a nice day. Bye.